recorded just 18 goals for match day 4, with our pick of the week giving us just a goal and Adriana Stars recording the highest so far. Interesting times ahead as we enter into the first quarter of the first round in the 2017-2018 Ghana Premier League season. You are welcome to another edition of The Beautiful Game with me, Abigail Senasosu, and be sure we are going to preview match day 5 and of course give you our pick of the week. You're still on The Beautiful Game with me, Abigail Senasosu, and you can go onto our YouTube channel, is the Ghana League TV. On Facebook, we are The Beautiful Game TBG. You can tweet at us at This Is My League. This weekend gave us so much to talk about, especially on Easter Sunday as Accra Hearts of Oak took on Dreams FC, our pick of the week. Interesting game it was as Hearts of Oak denied Dreams a third-time victory over them at the Cape Coast Stadium. And be sure we'll bring you some highlights of that game, and soon a colleague of mine, Fento Tahiri of City FM, will also join to give us his view so far of match day 4. Talk about our pick of the week. Maybe he might also get it just right. We'll tell you our pick later on the show. But get to Obuasi, what is happening as we enter into match day 5. So a quick reminder of what happened in week 4. I missed all the Easter celebrations before we see that game between Accra Hearts of Oak and Dreams FC. Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Babara Sports Stadium beat 11 Wonders by 1-0. And Dreams FC were drawn by Patrick Razak's goal at the Cape Coast Stadium. Karela FC made it count as Enyinasi when they beat Obuasi by 3-0. Adriana Stars beat Inter Alike 6-0 at the Adeyo Ajimabedu Park as Liberty Professionals sought to share spoils with Mediama SC, while All Stars beat Bekum Chelsea 1-0. Elmina Shark beat West African Football Academy by 2-0. And Bechem United also shared spoils with Ashanti Gold. Powerful display out there and some level of consistency at the Cape Coast Stadium by Accra Hearts of Oak. They seem to have found their mojo after beating Dwarfs. But will this continue? There are a lot of questions you would want to get answers to. The more reason you do not have to flip, you do have to stay with us on The Beautiful Game for all you need to know concerning our Premier League. You might be wondering what these results will mean for clubs like Hearts of Oak, who drowned Dreams FC, or Adriana Stars, who got the highest scoreline over the weekend. But let's see what that points from Dansoman means for Liberty Professionals on the league table. Ashanti Gold are still up with some 10 points. West African Football Academy are still second on 7. Hearts of Oak, after that victory, are third on 7 points. Asante Kotoko on the heels of their arch rivals on 4th position, also with 7 points. Dreams FC moved down the ladder on 5th with also 7 points. Mediama SC are 6th on 7 points. Inter Allies are 7th with 6 points. 11 Wonders losing at the Barbara Sports Stadium occupy the 8th position on 5 points. Ediana Stars, still after bagging those 6 goals, are 9th with 4 points. Karela FC, Elmina Sharks, Wa All Stars, Bechem United and Ebusua Dwarfs continue in that order, all on 4 points. Bekum Chelsea are 15th with just a point. Liberty Professionals finally grab a point from Mediama and have just 1. Fentio Tahiru is a colleague journalist with City FM, and he has love for our game. He follows the game passionately. And I think I saw him at the Cape Coast Stadium. He saw what Hearts did with Dreams FC. He tells us what he makes of Matchday 4, his pick of the week, and what, in his perspective, we should expect from Matchday 5.
Yes, I think the Ghana Premier League has been okay so far after 4 match weeks. It's the usual, teams struggling to score goals, but I think it's also served up what we've always seen from previous Ghana Premier League seasons: new players emerging and threatening to disturb what's already the odd, the usual. We saw Victorian Adebayo start well for Inter Allies. Unfortunately, he's fizzled out in the last few games, and I've been surprised by Wafa. A lot of us expected them to struggle because of all the players they've lost, but they've only just lost 1 game. The newly promoted sides have not really impressed me so much. All of them, in fact, have only had 1 win apiece. Hearts of Oak, after the kind of preseason that they had, losing a lot of players, I've actually been contrary to what a lot of people think, I've been very impressed with Accra Hearts of Oak, especially in the last 2 games. 3 of their players are emerging as new leaders. You get Joseph Esso, Patrick Razak and Bonnie stepping up. I think that you would consider that very good replacement. And Joseph Esso in particular has been superb. He's been, in my opinion, the signing of the season so far. So it's been a very good start to the campaign, and I'm really excited for the next few weeks. Very interesting game. A lot of talk preceded the game, especially from the camp of Dreams FC, who were quite confident they were going to beat Accra Hearts of Oak. And who can blame them? They've already beaten the Phobians twice in the lead up to that game. But Hearts of Oak is Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak has never lost to a newly promoted side for a really, really long time. And I don't think that was going to change, and it probably was also the wrong time for Dreams FC to face Hearts of Oak, especially when you look at where they got to, and the fact that they had just come off a great victory against Ebusua Dwarfs. It was a really bad time for Dreams FC to come up against Hearts of Oak, and rightly so. I think Hearts of Oak did what was necessary, smash and grab. They didn't do too many fancy stuff. They just made sure that they were effective. And they got their goal, and for the first time I thought that they actually had a game plan. They lacked a certain cutting edge in the edge of the D-line, and I think that going forward, that's what they need to work on, Dreams FC. I think week 5 will be quite interesting. We're seeing a meeting between what I will deem the Academy boys, Inter Allies versus Wafa. In the past 6 meetings between those two, it's been incredibly deadlocked, 2 wins apiece and 2 games ending in a draw. At the Temas Sports Stadium, on the AstroTurf, I think that both teams should churn out some really good football. And you take 11 Wonders against Liberty, for example. Liberty are struggling, and I think this will not be the end of their struggles. I think 11 Wonders will have too much for Reggie and his boys. You go to Dreams FC against Karela United. I think Karela coming with a lot of confidence. Dreams FC want a bit of return to winning ways, so that should be another really exciting encounter. Ebusua Dwarfs, who are playing against Bechem United at the Obuasi Sports Stadium, a venue that Bashir Hayford is very familiar with. He won the title there in 2015. So I think overall we should see a lot of really interesting games this weekend. Yes, it doesn't get bigger than that. Ash Gold's record against Kotoko is not a very good one. Their last victory against Kotoko was a 5-3-1, and it was a very comical victory for for them, I think 2 years ago. Having said that, I think Kumasi Asante Kotoko, even though they had some goal scoring problems going into that game, this will be a true, I think, the biggest test for Ashanti Gold and their title credentials this season. They may have beaten Accra Hearts of Oak already, but Hearts of Oak were struggling at that point in time. Kotoko seemed to be in good form, even though they're not scoring a lot of goals. And I think that this will represent the biggest test for Ashanti Gold. If CK Akono and his boys can come through this game unscathed, then we may begin to take them seriously. But my gut feeling tells me this could be a draw.
This is a beautiful game with me, Abigail Senaso. And remember, I said we were going to Obuasi. That clearly gives you a fair idea of our pick of the week. Yes, our pick of the week will be that Ashanti Derby. It is Ashanti Gold versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko. What a game we have on hand on Sunday. And we go closer to Coach CK Akono and his lads as they put together preparation to make sure they are still unbeaten even after match day 5. Let's head to Obuasi and let's see how they are preparing for that game.
Football is a game and it's a win, draw, yeah, and lose. But as a fan, I expect win, not draw, no lose. Yeah, I'm going to give them the maximum support because I'm a supporter, so I'm going to give them support. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My expectation for this game is for victory for Ashanti.
Coach CK Akono clearly knows what is at hand on Sunday and would not want to leave any stone unturned. That is some intensive training if you ask me, but let's see if it can translate at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium. Let's meet. The fans are ready. Everybody is ready. I am ready. It is our pick of the week, so we'll be at the Linkley Stadium to see what happens with Pakwesi Fabian and former Black Star skipper CK Akono. But that leads us straight to our fixtures for this weekend. If you can't join us at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium, do not worry at all. You can make it to the other 6 league centers. There's 6 because Adriana Stars would have to honor their Confederations Cup assignment with Fossa Juniors of Madagascar, and so they will sit out of that one with Bidiama SC. Meanwhile, Droughts will travel away from home to play Bechem United, and while Stars will also hold El Nina Sharks at the Tema Park, it will be Inter-Allies against West African Football Academy. 11 Wonders return to play Liberty Professionals as Ash Gold will hold Asante Kotoko for that big one. Dreams FC at the Theatre of Dreams welcome Karela FC. Berkum Chelsea will welcome Accra Hearts of Oak to the Golden City Park. Great games it will be. But before I take leave of you, I would want to wish Adriana Stars all the best as they take on Fossa Juniors in the CAF Confederations Cup. Continue to make Ghana smile and continue to put our league out there. But be sure we'll come back with some interesting happenings and scenes from Obuasi and our other league centers as we enjoy match day 5 of the 2017-2018 Ghana Premier League season. Your club still needs you at that venue. Let's do this together. But you can catch us on Ghana League TV, on YouTube, on Facebook. We are The Beautiful Game, and tweet at us. Get interactive. Let's get talking, cheering our club, supporting our own, because this is our league.